Hello everyone, and welcome to my video about the goddess Aphrodite. Today we'll be exploring the many facets of this iconic figure, from her mythology and significance in ancient Greece, to her representation in art and popular culture, and her impact on women's empowerment. Aphrodite was one of the most important deities in ancient Greece, known as the goddess of love, beauty, and fertility. According to mythology, she was born from the foam created by the severed genitals of Uranus and was known for her beauty and sensuality. She was also associated with the sea, and was often depicted emerging from the waves on a shell or a chariot pulled by dolphins or swans. Her mythology was woven into the daily lives of the people, and she was worshipped in temples throughout Greece. One of the most fascinating aspects of Aphrodite's mythology is her relationship with other gods and goddesses. She was married to Hephaestus, the god of fire and metalworking, but her true love was Ares, the god of war. This love triangle led to many stories and myths, such as the tale of how Aphrodite and Ares were caught in a trap by Hephaestus. Other notable relationships include her affair with Adonis, a mortal man who was said to be the most beautiful in the world, and her rivalry with Athena, the goddess of wisdom and war. Aphrodite's significance in ancient Greece was immense. She was worshipped in temples throughout the country, and festivals were held in her honor. The most famous of these festivals was the Aphrodisia, which was celebrated in Athens and featured singing, dancing, and other performances. Aphrodite was also associated with important aspects of life such as marriage and childbirth, and her blessings were sought after by many. Aphrodite's iconic representation in art is another fascinating aspect of her legacy. She was often depicted in statues and paintings as a beautiful woman, sometimes with wings and sometimes with a mirror or dove. Her image has been a source of inspiration for artists throughout history, from the ancient Greeks to modern times. Some of the most famous representations of Aphrodite include the Venus de Milo, the Aphrodite of Knidos, and the Birth of Venus by Botticelli. These works of art capture her beauty, sensuality, and power, and have helped to cement her place in the cultural consciousness. Aphrodite's love stories are another important part of her mythology. One of her most famous love stories is that of Adonis. She fell in love with him and tried to protect him from harm, but he was killed by a wild boar. Her grief was so great that Zeus allowed Adonis to spend part of the year in the underworld with her, and part of the year on Earth. Other notable love stories include her affair with Ares, which was said to have been the cause of many wars, and her relationship with Anchises, a mortal man with whom she had a son named Aeneas. Aphrodite's significance in modern pop culture cannot be overstated. From novels to movies to music, her influence is still felt today. In popular media, she is often portrayed as a symbol of feminine power and beauty. Some of the most famous depictions of Aphrodite in modern times include the movie Troy, the TV series Xena, Warrior Princess, and the song Venus by Shocking Blue. These depictions capture her allure and power, and have helped to keep her legacy alive in the modern world. Finally, Aphrodite has played an important role in women's empowerment. Her portrayal as a strong, confident, and beautiful goddess has been a source of inspiration for women throughout history. Her image has been used to promote self-love, confidence, and body positivity, encouraging women to embrace their own unique beauty and power. She represents a powerful archetype of female strength and sensuality, and her legacy continues to inspire women to this day. Aphrodite's influence can also be seen in feminist readings of her mythology. Some feminist scholars argue that Aphrodite represents a kind of female power that is often overlooked. in traditional male-dominated narratives. They point to her ability to control and manipulate men through her beauty and sexuality, and argue that this is a form of power that is often denied to women in patriarchal societies. By embracing Aphrodite's sensuality and embracing their own power as women, feminists argue, women can reclaim their own agency and fight against the oppressive structures that seek to control them. Another fascinating aspect of Aphrodite's mythology is her relationship with the concept of beauty. In ancient Greece, beauty was seen as a powerful force, and Aphrodite was its embodiment. However, her beauty was not just skin deep. She was also associated with the idea of inner beauty and the beauty of the soul. This idea is reflected in the famous quote attributed to her, "Beauty is in the eye of the beholder." This quote suggests that beauty is not just a physical quality, but also something that comes from within. In conclusion, Aphrodite is a fascinating and influential goddess who has had a lasting impact on our culture. Her mythology, significance in ancient Greece, representation in art, love stories, place in modern pop culture, and role in women's empowerment all make her a figure worth exploring and admiring. Whether we see her as a symbol of beauty and love, a powerful goddess with the ability to control men, a feminist icon, or a representation of the beauty of the soul, Aphrodite remains a powerful force in our cultural imagination. Thank you for watching.